I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low.
He was a carpenter by trade, but for more than half a century, Larry Cunningham's low vocal notes captured popular support from thousands of music fans here and in the UK. And today, dozens of stars from the music industry turned out at St Columba's Church in Mullinachta to pay their final tribute to a true legend.
You know, after Jim Reeves died, he had the hit in the UK, so that was probably the first at that time, you know, to get that opportunity. And then, you know, the door was opened, and I suppose, like everything, if the Irish get the door opened, there's 10 or 12 of them will go on, even if they're invited. And Larry's, you know, made that possible. And I mean, he, in the UK and further afield, I mean, the crowds that they gathered, and at that time, all of the bands, and Larry was no exception. So it really is a sad day.
It was his record label that we got into the British charts with back in 1982, so we have great memories of him. Great.
He was the first on Top of the Pops, but a good few prominent guys followed him on to Top of the Pops.
Look, a few was caught there after, but as you say, he was the first, and he made the road for everyone else. And kind of the same as me, he was a traditional musician first. He was a member of a Cayley band before he became country, as were an awful lot of country singers, you know.
He loved hitting the low notes, and he could hit them perfectly.
Yes.
And it's just sad. It's a sad day now.
I never met as many celebrities, should I say, in my life as there is here. I think anybody in the music business that's here today.
Great times, and we travelled a lot together, and you know, he was a man of great fun and great stories and everything, so we had great crack with him, you know. Great guy.
He gave me my first gig with the Plainsmen in 1969 when he introduced us to England. Brought the band over to England, and we fronted Larry over there.
He was one of life's gentlemen. I'm from Northern Ireland. I travel along with me here today. I just absolutely adored the man. I toured with him in Spain. We were in cruises together, and nothing was any difficulty to Larry Cunningham. God rest him. Him and Joe Dolan, now there'll be a big concert tonight in heaven, I'll tell you, that'll be brilliant.
Larry loved the story. And if he was telling you the story, if you asked him now, were there many at your funeral, Larry? I'd say, listen, Amok, funeral mass is at 12, and so the whole place was full at 9:30. There must have been 10,000 at it. And really there were.
And a famous name, Larry Cunningham, but there was another Cunningham and a famous story that John Giles was aware of as well.
Yeah, Giles was the player manager of West Bromwich Albion, and at the time he had signed a number of Irish players. For example, Mick Martin, Paddy Mulligan, Ray Tracy. Tracy was a great comedian and mimic. And Giles signed a guy called Larry Cunningham to West Brom. And he brought Laurie to the Hawthorns and brought him around the dressing room and introduced him. This is Mick Martin, this is Paddy Mulligan, and this is Ray Tracy, Laurie Cunningham. And Tracy said, Laurie, he said, I have all your records. Among the Wicklow Hills, I have Lovely Leitrim on them all. And this black man is standing there saying, what the hell is he talking about? But from there on in, everybody at West Brom called Cunningham Lovely Leitrim. And then he was transferred to Real Madrid, and at Real Madrid they called him Lovely Leitrim.
Larry Cunningham's daughter Sinead said he was a reluctant celebrity, but above all, a great father.
He would have done anything for his children and grandchildren. And none of us are in doubt of how much he loved us.
He was a great parent, a great neighbour, a great man, a great friend, and now a great loss.
And to the strains of his first hit single, Larry Cunningham's remains were interred at a cemetery in his home parish.
It will be to Lovely Leitrim where the Shannon was.